Hello, everyone on YouTube. Welcome to today's podcast. We're going to talk about actually how to relax and calm down. So that's what we're going to talk about today on our podcast. I'm glad you guys are tuning in today to YouTube. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast of Thoughts Become Things. I'm Jeremy Lopez, and so glad and honored to be with you guys today. I really am. And I tell you, the weather here in Alabama has been a little crazy, but you know what? Before long, we'll be in summertime, and I'm so looking forward to the summertime. I love me some summertime for sure. So, also, by the way, let me just tell you guys as well. I'm looking forward to seeing most of you every month on the third Wednesday of every month with our Prophetic Live Night event. We're actually going to have some. I got a couple of confirmations coming up soon, the next 6 months, for some good guests you guys will really thoroughly enjoy. I think you guys will really take a lot from these new guests, definitely. Also, so stay tuned on that. We do that on YouTube and on Instagram, and use it 6 p.m. Central Time on, once again, the third Wednesday of every month. Also, stay tuned every Monday for YouTube and Instagram as well for our just Monday Live we do. We have a blast. Most of the time I do a teaching from my latest book. Sometimes we begin to do things as far as just answer questions. Sometimes I might prophesy. You never really know what I'll do in these days and times, with these podcasts and these lives. So I want to say, you guys make sure you're tuning in to Monday's live as well. I'm excited for that. So today, I'm going to tell you guys a couple of points I believe will be really helpful, because I really felt like in my spirit that many of you need to sort of relax and learn and know what to do to calm down. And I know sometimes people say we have different techniques that just take a deep breath. 101% true. I totally confirm with that one completely. How people, say, just walk away from conversations you're having, whatever the case may be for you, utilize all you can, because if you're like me, sometimes you just need to be able to learn to have a filter, for one, but also secondly, you need to be able to create a boundary. Create a boundary between you and the frustration, you and the very thing that's bothering you, because you don't want anything to trigger your anxiety or, frustration, fear, madness, anger. The Bible says to be angry and sin not. So it's okay to get upset, but most of us sometimes can cross that line of being angry and just do things we're going to regret or feel dumb about or feel embarrassed about, right? So today I want to talk to you guys about a few points. I think pointers are really the way to go nowadays, to just sort of help a little bit more in what to do when you are needing to relax or you're needing to get your mind off of things. Okay. Now I'm going to start with something that I actually do. Okay. On a day-to-day basis. And I really wanted to bring this out to you guys. Number one is exercise. Now you might think, oh gosh, here's exercising again. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about your weight today. We're not talking about anything about that. What we're talking about is the fact that when you don't relax, when you can't sort of calm down, exercising is a way to get your energy exerted. It's a way to get your heart racing, beating hard, and the reason why, because your body needs to be able to get rid of that. It's almost like, when people use the word channeling, I know sometimes everybody thinks like, oh, that sounds so new age. I don't let the enemy or anybody, especially, I think it's more religious people, take away a good word. I mean, if channeling is a good word, because when you think of channeling or channel, what they're saying is you're channeling something, you're channeling energy out of something, or you're channeling a conversation, through you. I mean, channeling is not a bad word. So when we look at this and we say, I got things built up in me, you got to be able to channel that out. And how you do that is actually sort of putting your effort and, in your energy into exercising, because exercising will help you to be able to sort of channel that anxiety and that energy you have. It's got to go somewhere, right? I mean, it's got to have to be able to come out somewhere. And you want to be able to have it to where it's coming out of you through something that is actually benefiting you. Think about that. So you're not only are you benefiting your body, you're benefiting your soul. So exercising doesn't just come through helping the body, it comes through helping the soul, because the soul is the mind, the will, and the emotions. And when you think about anxiety, that stirs up the soul. You get, anxious, maybe short of breath, things begin to happen because that soulish realm activates the body to feel the effects of it. So exercising, and what I recommend on exercising is jogging. I mean, you can walk. Walking does good, but you need to be able to sort of get that energy stirred up. And so jogging's good. Doing some type of aerobics is good. A workout is good because you want to be able to, the more you get your heart racing, the more you get your blood pumping and exercise, it literally will take all of that away from you because it's needing to get out of you. And that's how it makes its exit. So you definitely want to make sure you are exercising, in that moment. And plus, let me just say this. Yes, it's healthy for your body, but also when you deal with exercising, it's also healthy because it's therapeutic to the soul. And think of it this way: most of the times we focus on the body, but we don't focus on the soul. Exercising benefits both. What is the old saying? Kill two birds with one stone. Well, you can do that with your soul and your body when you begin to exert more energy and getting your heart racing. Okay, it's dynamic to do that. The second thing I recommend. Now, I'm a big believer in aromatherapy. I'm not going to lie. On identitynetwork.net, we actually have our own. We have other people's as well. We have our own aromatherapies. We have our own oils. That help people from how to relax, how to make their room smell good. And the reason why, because there's something about smells that actually triggers the brain and it causes the brain to sort of get into another mood. It's very, very interesting how aromatherapy works, because what it does is it literally begins to sort of manipulate the brain, believe it or not, because it's smelling something that at the moment you're not, you weren't smelling. You were exercising your other senses. But what it does is it literally, the chemicals in it causes the brain to be able to refocus. And so aromatherapy, and that's why certain smells, let's say, for example, lavender. Lavender is a great, great oil, essential oil that you want to use in aromatherapy to begin to help you to calm down. Lavender is used, 9 times out of 10 people use a lavender. And so I'll recommend to you guys, because I do this, is put it in something that actually can burn and let that smell, the lavender smell, get all through your house. Why? Because you never know when something could come up and it bothers you or triggers you, and you need that sort of soundboard, for lack of better words. You need that smell to automatically be in the room. And believe it or not, consider it like a weapon of warfare. It's going to eradicate. I believe all things that God has created for us that are natural and organic are good for us. And I think we can live long, healthy lives. Well, when you think of lavender, the smell of lavender, and lavender itself is actually very good and therapeutic for your body. So you want to be able to use something. Lavender is good. Another one that's really good to help you relax and calm down, and even for a good night's sleep, is sandalwood. Sandalwood is another one that I totally recommend. So you've got lavender, you've got sandalwood, and the other one I like is orange blossom. Orange blossom is really good. It's healthy for you, but it's really good to help you relax as well. It puts you in a good, happy mood, okay? So those are good for you. I recommend lavender and sandalwood to help you sleep. Orange blossom is good, let's say, for example, to get that mood swing, swing it back into joy, swing it back into happiness, because you want to be able to do that. And then plus, here's the great thing. These lavender, orange blossom, and sandalwood can actually help with your blood pressure. It can help lower your blood pressure. Did you know that? It's very, very good to be able to use that. So I highly recommend aromatherapy within lavender, sandalwood, and orange blossom to help you relax and calm down and to help you sleep. All right. Now, the third thing I like to recommend, now this is interesting because I'm going to say it this way: drink something that's soothing. A lot of people go to hot tea. One of the number one things I hear, all across the globe in my life coaching sessions is I drink, some type of green tea, hot green tea when I go to sleep. Tea is absolutely good for you. Okay, not sugar it up. We're not talking about sugar it up, but drink organic type of green tea. It's very good for you, and it will help you to be, it's soothing, it's relaxing. And plus, a hot liquid helps your body to relax. If you do something really cold and chilling, it's going to probably pretty much wake you up. For example, did you guys know that if you eat ice cream right before you go to bed, it's actually not good for you? Because it's not good for you many different ways, but it's not good for you because it's cold, it's substance, and it's alerting the body to stay awake. And so you want something that's soothing and warm and gentle, to where it's like almost like a blanket over a baby to make him feel safe and secure. And that's what it does, because you want to be able to make you feel safe and secure. So what are you doing? What are we talking about today? We're literally talking about how to manipulate the brain to be able to respond to how you want it to respond. And drinking something hot and soothing alerts the mind and the body. I can calm down now. I feel safe, comfortable. I feel warm. I love that. Now, another one that is, to me, a proven fact, because I can swear by this. I grew up, now I don't know about you guys, but I grew up I shower in the morning, like I always do. Never, I won't even go to the house without a shower. Like I'm that kind of person that's like, if I'm running to the store, like I can't, like I've got to be clean. You know what I mean? I know it's subconscious because you know you're clean because you just took a shower the day before, but you still feel grungy from sleeping. But I'm the person that I will not leave the house without a good shower. Okay. But let me also tell you this. I'm also a big believer, and yes, as a man, yes, I do, and I have many times taken hot baths because I'm a firm believer. I'm not that person that's afraid to take care of my body. I'm just not. And I know a lot of other guys. I have people I know that are football players. Man, they don't mind getting pedicures. And I'm like, hey, why? Who decides? Let me ask you a question. Who decides what's for a woman or what's for a man? Can I ask you an honest, blunt question? Who decides this stuff? Because if you live in America's culture, then you adhere to Americans' culture, but you don't adhere to the culture of the world. Or maybe what is the Bible? If the Bible doesn't say anything about it, then maybe it's not a big deal, right? So I like to say this way. Take a good hot bath, guys. Take a good hot bath, ladies. When your body is in something warm, like I said earlier with drinking something warm, when your body is in a state of warmth, it feels protected. It can calm down, and it literally soothes the body, and it actually can help you with your blood pressure. So what you want to do is take a good hot bath. Now, I know the old saying is take a good hot bath, turn some lights off, put some candles on. I'm not going to lie, folks. I'm not going to lie. I've been there before. Because you know what? Jeremy knows how to take care of Jeremy. All right. I take good care of everything I do, including my weight, including a bath, and how to calm down. What to eat. I mean, I'm the person where I give it my best. Okay, I give it my best on what it should look like. Okay, so with that said, take a hot bath. Okay, and the last but not least is this: is learn to shut off electronics. Now, don't shut me off right now. Okay, but hear me out. Shut off electronics. What I mean by that is this: when you don't realize the actual wavelengths that go out from electronic things. I've told people, if you get that phone out of your room, get a bedroom out, get a TV out of your room, anything that's electrical that has, especially anything Wi-Fi, put it this way, anything Wi-Fi, get it out of your room. Because a lot of times when I recommend this to people and they say, I can't sleep good, I say, where's your phone? Or where's your, you're this, you're that, where's your router? I've had many people say, my router's in my room. Get it out. Where's your iPhone? Right beside my bed. Get it out. If you are having problems, because your bodies are affected, folks. Your body is affected by these wavelengths. They are good and bad. And so you want to be able to make sure, if you can't sleep, shut off electronics, get them out of your bedroom. A bedroom is a place, not just in the seen, but in the unseen. You put it this way: if I was to say you wouldn't allow demons in your room, would you, or evil spirits? No. Then you know what? Because you can't see them, you perfectly pray about that. Well, the same way with the unseen realm, when it deals with vibrations and deals with frequencies, learn to get that frequency out of there. Get those bad wavelengths out of there. They're just like demons. They're doing your bad. They're doing your harm. So make sure, if you can't sleep, do that. All right, get them out of your room. So I hope some of these 5 points I brought up today will help you guys, and to be able to know how to relax, how to be able to calm down and chill, because you want to be able to know when something happens, automatically let something in your spirit rise up to say, you know what, I'm exiting out of reality right now. I'm going to take a hot bath. You know what? I'm going to sit down and read a book. That's another point I would bring out. Sit down. Just turn a lamp on, maybe a small light, not the big bedroom light, and just, without making your eyes bad, and just get a book and read. Get a book and read. I'm going to say this to each one of you. Okay. Now, don't think I'm being Antichrist when I say this, okay, as a Christian ministry. But, when you're trying to calm down, you don't want to find yourself praying. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I want the Bible says the effective fervent prayer of the righteous avail much. I don't want to come to God when I'm frantic and feel like I'm on drugs, right? Because I have anxiety so bad at that moment, and like, I'm going to pray to calm down. No, I'm not going to do that. When people say, I'm trying to sleep, and so I like a prayer warrior, I'm praying in tongues, roaring before I go to bed. I'm like, well, that's why. Hello, you staying awake. Because the fact, you got to think, how is your body responding to something of prayer, right? if you're praying, if you're in a quiet place and you need to pray, and you're centered, and you are aware of your emotions, and you're in that place, that state to welcome it, you need to go for it. But if you're not, don't make it worse. Your body is affected by the emotion you're giving while you're praying. If you go, oh Jesus, I got to calm down. Oh, I got to calm down. You're not going to calm down. You're still focusing on calming down. And your body feels that. And so if you were to say, I'm mad, I got to stop being mad, your body's hearing the word mad. That's why actors and actresses, if they're in a part where that they need to play, where it's a role they need to cry in, what do? They automatically manipulate the brain. They manipulate the brain by thinking of someone they love who's passed away. And the moment they do, the eyes start leaking, right? Because that's what they do. They get themselves in a place of something that is very near and dear to them, or something that is painful for them, to make them cry. That's what they do. And you've got to begin to look at your life and understand the fact that when you begin to manipulate, and manipulate is not a bad word, folks. There's a bad part of manipulation, but there's a good part of it. And that is renewing the mind. Literally means to manipulate the brain to make it altered state in the state in which you want it to operate out of and as. And so when you're thinking about hot baths, turning off electronics, when you think about reading, aromatherapy, what you're doing is you're speaking to the brain. You're telling the brain to tell the body it's time to chill. And so what you want to do is you don't want to find yourself, have your prayer time, but don't find yourself, I can't calm down, I can't sleep, so I'm going to pray in the Spirit. Well, come on, folks. You got to be, the Bible even tells you, be alert and receptive. Even talking about when you pray. Well, I don't want to be alert and receptive, God. I'm trying to go to bed. Are you with me? Who wants to be alert and receptive? That's going to trigger me being awake longer. So prayer, according to scriptures, you being alert and receptive is not what you want to do. So find your set time to pray. Find your times to know what works to relax. And what works to relax is reading a good book, sitting there and meditating, sitting there listening to maybe instrumental ambient music without words, because you're going to find yourself where your brain is going to want to kick in to remember the words to sing. So find something that you're not thinking on. Find something that you can relax on. Find something where the body and the mind can shut down and shut off for a minute, because it's going to help you to relax. So I hope all these points today helped all of you out, because I know they all helped me. I'm speaking by experience on these points. All right. Jeremy has no problem with saying Jeremy loves to read. Jeremy loves to take a hot bath with candles. Yes, right? Jeremy shuts off electronics. I'm telling you things, and Jeremy's house smells good. I'm going to tell you, because I know what scents work. I'm working on a book right now on different aromatherapies, because I know about them. I have for years, but I don't go into detail with people a lot. So I'm working on a book now that'll come out very soon, probably the next couple of months, that is a complete, almost like encyclopedia, that a book I've written on literally almost all essential oils, what they do for your body and their mind. So you guys are going to look forward to that very soon. But I hope all these points helped you guys to relax and calm down. And as we say, take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. And this goes along with the ending of the conclusion that I say every week on my podcast. And that is, if you don't like your day, if you're anxious, if you're full of fear, anxiety, mad, oh my gosh, so-and-so is getting to me. If you don't like your day and what it's bringing to you, here's what you do. You change your thoughts, change the way you think, change your mood, start viewing something else, change your thoughts, and you will change your life. God bless you. And you, YouTubers, you guys have a good day as well.